What's up, guys? This is Ninja on the Ninja. Got another video for you today. So, um, I'm still getting comments from the last few videos I uploaded from stragglers and whatnot from that person. I forgot his name. And how he thought he was all big. Like he tries to act like more than he is. Like he knows, but he's fake. He's a manipulator and a liar. And back in my day, we used to call those people out, and he would never had the confidence to be who he is because we wouldn't have allowed him to exist, basically. But in this liberal world, I guess you have more freedom, and this is the problem: is you're allowing snakes into the neighborhood, right? Um, so I still the point is I still get comments. I still respond to comments. I'm still putting down people. They're trying to act bigger than they are, but they're all dumb, and they need to be aware that they're being tricked. It's actually a lot like Trump and his effect on the MAGA crew. And it's just evil and evil exploiting people and taking what they want from the people and whatnot. And I told this to the world before. I'm just trying to fight. I'm trying to combat evil, basically. All I want is the world to be a better place. All my friends that I used to have, I don't have them anymore. You know why? Because they were evil, basically. Um, I try not to be evil. Uh, Anyways, I have a video for you today, and it's from somebody that goes by the name of Coach Rogue. Boom. Okay. He posted a video. It's called "How to Play the First Five Waves, All Roles slash Situations." Okay. Now, before I go into this, I should have actually started with this, but whatever. So basically, and some of you may or may not know, real quick, uh, I had a brain tumor and I had, oh fucking bitch, though, I had a stroke, alright? I used to be a contender, a competitor, I used to fight, dun for my right, dun to party, right? That was me. I was running up and down. I had many girls wanting me, blah blah blah. I was athletic, combative, but yeah, and I was like that in video games and whatnot. I knew people, they were influencers, they're evil, like these people that we're dealing with, like, I'm showing you basically, my friends that I grew up with. I didn't know at the time. I wish somebody like me existed back in my day. But anyways, so what I said is, because I watched the video, and this is what I said, and then I went and watched it again for the sake of. But anyways, you lost me early on. The joke about tab for a man in the early game was bad enough, but when you said you and your pro team, more on that later, by the way, uh, plan out like 5 minutes of the game or something like that, like flat out, that is stupid. And it's to be discouraged, basically. They can never plan anything out. That is what set off my doubt radar. Is because like, the joke, I was already like, okay, he said alt tab for a minute. Like, it's already bad enough, right? It's a joke, so it's whatever, right? Maybe it's a joke, maybe he's serious. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Who cares? But then he says he plans out the game. That sounds like, okay, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it is good to strategize, but to coordinate and map out a planned routine, that is dumb and makes you easy to fall victim to the enemy because that means that someone else could follow that same plan and assume your route. Basically, it's not hard to know. Like you're either going from this side to this side, this side to this side, right? And you're only doing something simple. So to coordinate and plan anything in such a simple game, like okay, that's basic. That's not good. If you want, I want to show you. You'll see. Maybe you'll see. Well, we'll get to it. All right. So yeah, which is what it was in a PvP game. Let's see. That is dumb. Makes you easy to fall victim to enemies because that means that someone else could follow that same plan and assume your route, which is what PvP is to. That's what it is to be in PvP, basically. Right. So to exist in a PvP environment, there are people who actively are thinking, basically, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. So if you map out a plan, chances are they're trying to assume that plan and they're going to use your map against you. If you're going, that's why it's so easy to beat a robot because they are planned or programmed. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone, if you play an AI, runs to one of the buffs because they know that one of the people is gonna be there, and they know they're gonna fight. So they gank the shit out of the robots every fucking time, right? I play AIs to warm my hands and get ready to go to start playing, and every fucking time they run over there and do that shit. It's basic. It's very very basic. That's again what set off my like, what the fuck, dude? Like you're trying to be a coach and you're telling people to plan in this game. What the fuck? Like again, like to strategize. That's one thing, but to map out no plan no. So great minds think alike. That is what the saying is, and pretty much the point. So anyway, in truth, to me, you sound like a gun enthusiast with no real experience. Experience that, say, someone in the army, for example, has with firearms. And that you're trying to give advice as if you have the same experience that the army guy has as far as with guns, basically. But no one would agree that the two are the same. You are not military. You don't have the same. You may know a gun, but that army guy knows the gun. You know what I'm saying? He was trained on the gun and knows every detail to the gun. There are people like myself, like if I was somebody who was involved in it myself, I may be, you could be, right? But I just, in general, that's what they call it, a gun enthusiast, right? Like me, my enthusiasm, it becomes a masterwork, right? But that's me particularly. Again, that's why I started the PvP thing and taking on people and calling you out. That's what I do. I'm a contender. I'm a fighter. I know, right? I have that same mindset that Michael Jordan has. Basically that shark mind. You know what I'm saying? I know, I get it. I've been there. I know. That's why I can tell people like the reason why there's so much drama is because contenders and athletes are starting to mix and mingle with people that are casuals and just kind of whatevers. Just kind of where everybody's like, go, gotta go out, and then the two don't mix. But for money, they're trying to get more money, and they're mixing the two worlds, and that's why we have problems, right? So you sound like a gun enthusiast, an army, and blah blah blah, and the two are not the same. But that's what you sound like to me. You just sound like somebody like, oh, I played league and I'm a coach, and like, no, you're not, dude. Most people just shoot and aim and shoot, just like shoot the tree and like, bam, and they have all the functional in the gun, and they just kind of do it. But this guy is like, okay, I point the gun. Okay, now down to 4 degrees. The wind's blowing at 9 miles per hour. I got a core, and he's basically, um, it's a simulated experience. Basically, is what he has, versus an actual experience. If I said to shoot the thing, people who have actual experience just go, okay, boom, and they shoot it. Whereas you like, okay, aim, point, coordinate, boom, right? You know what I'm saying? Not literally that. I'm just trying to give you an example to follow, basically. So it's like a simulated experience versus a real experience, and that's what he's coaching from, is a simulated experience. I believe, I think I know, so I'm going to tell you what the problem is. I actually don't know, and that's what he is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to prove that. Um, and so basically, that's intelligence versus education. By the way, most people who just shoot a gun, that's intelligence. The army guy, that's intelligence, and the enthusiast, that's more of education. You can have intelligence from that, but that's like, again, that's more like me personally, right? Like it's more of a master, basically. Like I can personally be good at it, but the odds that every person that you come across that likes guns is the same level as me is probably not the same as the example. So, anyways, that's the point. That's what I'm seeing, by the way. And I can break the two down more if it comes down to it. But, like, for now, that's it. I can explain more, just let me know. Um, but, anyways, I'm trying to tell you from that whole thing, this, what he's doing, and his whole existence, his whole career, Coach Rogue, not good advice. You can do what you want, but people should know you're selling them BS, basically, right? Um, Now, he claimed he was on a team, right? And he was a professional or whatever. I don't know if he was on a like an actual team. I don't know if he was actually professional or how much or where, but people will take they will believe a certain thing because you had it's like a bell whistle, basically the Pavlov effect, right? Oh, I was on a professional team. Like instantly they think of like fucking like oh he was like with Faker. He knows because I think a professional team and Faker and no. The two Faker is way above this dude. This guy is like he barely has enough know wherewithal to worship where Faker was, basically, as far as intelligence in this game goes. And I'm not even fucking kidding. I'm just nothing personal, right? It's actually nothing personal, but I have been in recovery for like the last 20 years of my life. And back then, shit like this that's going on now would never happen because we would not have allowed it. Basically, the problem is, basically, is that they would do that with gay people and everything. Like that's what's going on. Is this too much freedom and too much liberty? Right, you can have too much of something. You can have too much water. People, that's why personally I say in science and whatnot, it depends. Everything depends. Socialism depends. Tyranny, it depends. Freedom, it depends. Um, Communism, it depends. Socialism, it depends. Patriarchy, matriarchy, it depends. Like everything depends, right? So you have to take into consideration there is no easy answer. There is no this is how you do it, this is how you win. No, this is how you start. This is how you get started. Sure. Like if you want to play the game, okay, there are five roles and there are three lanes and you could cover stuff like that, but as far as how to get to pro, you cannot just make a video about it. That's like how to become successful in life. It doesn't you don't how to get laid in 24 hours. There's no such thing. And you can find that girl who's going to put out easily, but to find one that matters, not so much, right? It's again, low hanging fruit scenario, right? So I don't know what happened since I have been gone. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. It's the opposite, basically. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe anymore. I'm so fucking alone. Yeah, yeah. So that Taylor Swift song is the opposite, right? But I'm back. Is the point. and I'm going to fix the damage that has been done. That is my life goal. And you happen to be part of the experience. Same with the last guy. He wants to take it personally. He wants to take up the ass. He's petty. Again, enjoy your doghouse, kid. I don't care, right? I'm talking about presidential shit here. Like I'm talking about professional league. Like actually, I deserve to be in the same room as Faker. I deserve to be playing. I could be teams with Faker right now. No, my condition, no, but my wherewithal, my knowledge, my wisdom, yes, I'm probably on the same level as Faker. No, I won't say that. I would say they're pretty fucking nuts. They're pretty fucking crazy at the game, but I'm just saying I'm pretty fucking smart, right? So when it comes to just knowing things, I'm pretty good. Like I'm a know-it-all. I'm a jack of all trades, basically. I like to dive in really far, but the second it starts to pull me, that's when I back away. The second one is like, okay, there's no coming back at this point. After this, that's when I'm gone. Since you've been gone, anyways. And so again, nothing personal. It's just, you know, my life. You wouldn't have existed if I was alive back then. If I was able to do what I wanted to do back then, how I wanted to be back then, basically I was cut off from society, and that's what allowed me to save who I was, and that's why I didn't get brainwashed to this bullshit. Like I literally in League of Legends right now, if you look at my account, I have the tag guiding light. Basically, that's what I have because literally that's what I am. That's what I tried to be, a guiding light. So, anyways, this video is terrible advice, and again, I knew that just from him. He like the first few moments of him talking, the first words he said, I was like, he's fake. I just instantly knew because I've been cut off for so long. Now I'm really, and I lived with it my whole life. My mom was a manipulative woman. Uh, Thankfully, when I was younger, not so much. But as I aged, unfortunately, the system, like the reason why my mother passed away, is because the town I lived in, Tracy, the healthcare sucked. They, the medications were watered down. That stopped working. My mom lost her mind because the medications stopped working. And she lost her mind. She went crazy. She got into drugs. She ruined my dad's life. She ruined my mom, my sisters, my life. She ended up killing herself. Basically, because of this shit. I went through hell because there was so much bullshit. Like, I go to pharmacies, right? And they would give us this watered down bullshit prescription. And it just wouldn't work. And none of the medications were working. Then I was labeled the drug seeker and all this shit. Like, it's crazy the story I have, man. I told one guy a little bit about myself on Destiny's Discord. And he was like, dude, that's fucking crazy. Holy shit. And here I am. And here I am. So, anyways, I know, bro. I know. It's crazy. So, this is travel advice. And again, he just started talking. Um, and so I'm reading something, by the way. So, as I got to this point of recording my thoughts, I decided that maybe there was more to it. Like, okay, so now that I've talked about it and realized he just started talking, and immediately I threw him out. So I'm like, okay, look, dude, everyone gets one. Everyone gets. That's how I look. So that was the one, by the way. You fucked up from the start, but I was lenient. I was like, maybe this Coach Rogue knows what the fuck he's talking about, right? So
So the game starts, the base gate drops, you quickly run down lane to get to your tower, alt tab to finish off the next 1 minute of your YouTube video, and voila, the first minion.
So there it is. Alt tab to finish and then so I was like, ugh, like that's so bad. That's so bad. And yeah, it was a joke, but okay, whatever.
Wave of the game has just arrived. But what should you do now? Well, the answer is you should probably
Again, to just get started, that's fine. Do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Teach people like yes, League of Legends, pick a champ. Here's some farms and blah blah blah.
already know exactly what to do. In fact, on every
You
single
already know exactly what to do. Or what do you say?
the first minion wave of the game has just arrived. But what should you do now? Well, the answer is you should probably already know exactly what to do.
That's why you don't do that. And that's what I'm telling you. There's really no strategy. There's no easy win button when it comes to League of Legends. Yes, there is going to be like an overpowered scenario, an overpowered champion, or blah blah blah, and like the boss, right? Like yes, situations happen, or things can happen. Sure, but you're acting like anybody can play the lotto and win. No, that's not the case. And like I keep it real. That's it. I'm not shit talking. I'm not trash talking. There's no ego here. Uh, I said this before in other videos. Red, white, and blue. You can be red. You can be blue or purple or yellow, green, whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I'm operating in the white. There's no bias here. There's no ego. No, I'm confident. I'm not arrogant. I'm not fucking. No, that's bullshit. That's just shit talking. If I had known back then that people were malicious with that, then I would be more defending it. Basically, I would have broken my friendship off a long time ago. But there was no one in my life warning me about that. Like I wish they told me about psychology when I was younger. Basically, I had to learn that shit on my own. Unfortunately, I was disabled, so no one's seen any value in me. And so I was able to escape a lot of bullshit until I knew. Now I know, and now all these people that would have targeted me and wanted me to do the work for them, I know better. And now I'm trying to teach you that. And that's why I get no traffic, and that's why I go on Twitch and Twitch no traffic at all. YouTube barely anything. It's because it's like the Bernie blackout. Basically, it's the exact same thing's happening to me because I know how to like this dude is full of shit. I know that, and I'm telling you that, and that's why they want me to shut up because they know if this guy pops off, they will go and back him up, and they'll make money off of this guy, right? And then the problem is the second he says, "Oh, I don't like Jews," they pull the money and that guy falls off, and then he disappears because it was never a thing. And that's how America works. That's the problem today. Anyways, so keep going. We're into the for my for his first. Or we had a few situations, but we haven't gotten there. So you'll see. You'll see.
In fact, on every single pro team I played on over my career, we would pre plan.
See, again, it's just I'm trying to make my story sound like something else, something that it isn't. You take it as this, but when I meant it, I meant me and my friends that were cats and dogs that were playing in my backyard. But that's my story. I'm just telling you my story, but in a way that you took it and you think a faker. And all these professional teams and all this like SK1, whatever, um, TSM, all this bullshit. TSM back in the day, I was still hospitalized then, but I still was watching. Right up to the point I stopped. But anyways, well, I stopped watching the pro scene as much, but it was because again it turned into a money making scheme more so than basically that's the problem with art. That's the problem with everything. It's just someone found a way to exploit it and then make money off it and then ruined it. And that's what's going on. Look at Disney, right? Disney was great, but now it's fucking shitty. You know why? It's because they found a way to make money. They found a way to get money. They made money. They take all. That's why all these fucking movies are coming out. Aladdin, the live action, Aladdin, live action, Lion King. It's just money, 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 money. Oh no, Disney doesn't matter. No one likes Disney anymore. No one cares. You know, we don't care because watch the movie Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer, right? Again, movies like that don't exist. Family Matters don't exist. The Full House doesn't exist anymore. Matlock, you'll never see shit like that anymore, because that's what it was. That's what America was back in the day. Nowadays, it's all about cutthroats and stinks and be a fucking gangster, and be a rapper, be a porn star. Like it's all fucking corrupt bullshit. It's all trying to fucking ruin you, anyways.
And the entire first 4 or 5 minutes or so of the game before the loading screen even finished. That means we already knew where our jungler would path, which lanes got pushed.
So that's what I mean by him planning. Like, don't do that. You don't want to think that. You don't want to, because the essence of the game, if you, it's just whoever has the quick twitch. You've heard it in fighting movies or in sports, in fighting sports, in baseball, soccer. It's all about quick twitch. It's all about muscle reactions. It's all about quick. That's what makes you good. It's none of this shit that he's talking about. This is the result of this shit. This is what I'm telling you. He is fake. He's trying to, and it's just people, and then he'll get backed up by some rich company, and they'll send traffic his way because they're trying to get as many suckers as they possibly can. And I'm gonna post a video after this video. After all my videos, I post a video called "Don't Be a Sucker." It's uploaded by the government back in the day, way back in the day, back before it was filled with Nazis. I'm not saying that people are Nazis now, but it's just the point. Um, because it's so bad, but they're just telling you how Hitler worked and how that's going on today, basically. And they're trying to separate into groups, they're trying to divide and divide and divide. And they're trying to repress people who unite and propel people who divide and divide and divide and keep you stupid, keep you dumb, and make sure you believe race is a thing, even though there's no such thing as race. It's fucking bullshit, right? anyways, anyways, continue with your bullshit. So continue.
how long they'd stack their waves for, and when those waves would crash, what their wave state would be for the crab contest, and would even coordinate things like junglers helping their weak side laners crash their wave, which is something that happens a whole 4.5 minutes into the game.
It happens, but again, don't plan. It's good to know that it's a thing, but don't plan.
Obviously, we're not going to get that complex in this guide. That would
Right. Because you don't deserve to talk about that shit. No one should ever learn anything from you because they will learn how to be stuck forever. Basically, that's all.
be too much rocket science for solo queue and just simply wouldn't be applicable
You don't have rocket science knowledge, bro.
to 99.9% of players, but it proves that the logic is there.
No.
So instead, we'll learn how to master the first
I will say that there is something there, but most people will not be aware of it. You know why? It's because that's stuff for contenders. Most people are not contenders. If you want to make a video about how to be a casual or be an observer who plays, there should be a spot for them, right? Like they should have a hardcore rank and they should have a softcore rank, right? And hardcore rank, if someone is not playing up to snuff or being legit, strike one. You know what I'm saying? And then strike three, or depending on the atmosphere, strike five, something like that. Boom, you're banned for like a week, right? You can't queue in hardcore queue for a week. And it gives people an actual chance. Because there's so many casuals that fill the ring, it's fucking hard. Like I play League of Legends at most of my games. Like I'm watching this guy named Pokerick, right? I'm watching his games, and most of his games are a fucking joke. And like he's just running on. He's a casual. Like what are you doing in platinum, bro? Like what are you doing in platinum, bro? My tongue decided to fucking have a seizure there. But the point is, I'm like, dude, like I wish games were as easy as the games he shows, but a lot of the time he has like less than a 50% win rate, or he has 15 more wins than losses, and he has like 400 games, right? And he has 15 more wins than losses, and he just shows the wins, but the games look so fucking casual and so easy and so whatever. But when I play the games, like bronze is like a challenger for me. I don't know. Maybe the league's targeting me. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but that's the reality of it. But anyways, continue.
5 waves of every situation you could ever encounter for each lane in a solo queue match.
Oops.
So you always know exactly what to do with your wave, no matter what the situation is.
He's
so what should
lying, by the way. There's no way you can ever know that. Because every game depends. Every game is different. Every game is unique. Which I'll show you.
do if your jungler passes away and theirs comes to you? What should you do with both junglers path to you? How can you manipulate your wave early in order to set up guaranteed ganks? And what are the gank timers that you should be worried about in these early levels?
That's all shit that doesn't matter not until you're into the pro leagues. Not literally, but like, again, we're talking about casuals and competitors here. Like most of that crap that he said, that's for competitors and in NA especially. what happens is people like the Baus or a Trick 2G or Night Blue and all these fucking noobs, what they do is they'll take an account and make a new account and they'll show their climb up to, like, watch me take my game knowledge and exploit my whole way up, and then the second I encounter any kind of resistance at all, it's time to restart and restart and restart. So nowadays it's just like there's people that are going up and they get the silver and they restart. It's silver and a new account, new account, new account. It's just, and that's why it's so fucking hard to get a silver now, or to get even an iron. It's like most like what the fuck is going on here? Like why is this game so fucking hard? It shouldn't be like this until I'm in platinum. Like if it was platinum, I wouldn't mind, right? I would be okay. But I'm in iron. What the fuck are you doing? Anyways,
levels. All of that plus more will be covered in this video where I teach you how to master your first 5 waves of the game.
My name's Rogue and I played League of Legends professionally for 7 years.
these pictures and shit.
Now I'm a full-time content creator and coach for all ranks, Iron through to Challenger. So if you want more information of what a coaching session with me will look like, you can find more information by following the link in the video description below.
And while you're in the
Okay.
description, you'll also find the link to my Patreon where I post all of the recordings of my best coaching sessions in full. With
This is why I think this is more of a cash grab than anything, but
almost 1,000 hours of content currently available, all sorted by role and rank, including sessions where I coach for professional level teams. You can get a glimpse of what pro level league looks like from the inside.
yeah, look at my exploits, and the suckers pay me to make content, which I can then charge people for.
That's why whatever you're looking for, you'll easily be able to find something that's going to help you improve, no matter your rank.
Yeah, because
so as you can probably imagine,
I'm greedy. I'm trying to soak in everything. So come to me because I just give me all of your money, so I can then use all of your time and stuff to go and sell to other people and keep growing and growing and growing. And then once I have it all, then I can jump ship. Just like I have a text called "Downfall of America." And there is a streamer, and his name is where is it? Oh, David Pacman. He is a bitch. He plans to bail. Basically, what they're doing is they're taking as much money as they possibly can, and then they're putting it under a rock, and then they're expecting the system to still work. So yeah, that's what David Pacman is doing, right? And people like him, his family and whatnot. No offense, by the way. It's just America, bitch. Like fuck you. Again, I'm operating in the white. There's red, white, blue. I'm in the white. You're not putting it back in. You're just taking it, just getting more and more. It's a problem. That's what Trump is doing. This $1 million fucking sky yacht. Like, come on, bro. There's sellouts everywhere. Anyways.
Your early levels is the direction of which both junglers are pathing. Now, there are 4 possible...
Which doesn't matter, by the way.
...configurations we need to cover, so let's start out with those. Firstly, what should you do if both junglers are pathing towards your lane? Well, earlier today I did a coaching session with a high diamond Cogmore who was faced with this exact situation.
For the record, it doesn't matter, because it's going to happen every fucking time, or not. 50-50, right?
His jungler Talia started topside, pathing down to bot, and with a ward on the enemy team's blue buff, we could see the enemy jungler Kha'Zix doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, cool. High level game, cool.
Cogmore player started out his laning phase the right way. He took push and
there is no right and there is no wrong. It depends. Like, personally, as a jungle, I like it when my lanes are pushed. The reason why is because that makes it toward me. Let's say if I'm playing Udyr, I can run from behind them and gank them. That's what that means. But if you're pushing, I can't gank. That's why I discourage it. Yes, there is a mind behind it. Like, yes, there is a time. Jungle's top, push. Oh, yes, we're going to go back. That's the idea, stuff like that. But that's high level stuff that, again, it depends. You can't teach somebody. You can't script it out. It depends.
Ended up crashing the second wave of the game. This, though, is where everything started to go badly. His logic was that on Cogmore, he's very vulnerable in early levels to getting ganked since he's immobile, and he can easily be chased down the lane by Lucian once he gets the...
So let's push stupidly.
...level 3. So he decided to play safe and concede push so he would be close to...
No, he was pushing. if I was Udyr and I was jungle and I seen that, even if I started at this buff, I would skip the buff and gank. I would ward my war. I would ward my jungle, right? But I would gank. 100%. If the Kog'Maw was pushing that far, I would, yeah, they're gonna blow flash ignite. They're gonna be scared of me, basically, because they're gonna know I'm. Well, yeah. Anyways,
to his tower and couldn't get killed. A few seconds later though, take a look at what happens in Kog'Maw's bot side jungle. Oh no, a clown fiesta has begun. And the bad news is, look at the state of Kog'Maw's wave in bot lane. With a wave like this, he has no way to go help his team, and he has to stay at the tower in order to catch the wave. So as a result, the enemy ADC Lucian simply walks up to his jungle, kills his jungler, and enemy team gets both our blue buff and the scuttle crab. You see, for
did you hear what he said? Hold on. I just don't cut that. I've never seen that before.
his jungler, and enemy team gets both our blue buff and
Gets both our blue buff. Are you showing a replay of your own game, bro?
the scuttle crab. You see, for many junglers who have a losing 1v1 matchup, they rely on pathing towards a lane who gets priority in order to protect them against early invades and to help them secure their scuttle crab. This is a mutually beneficial relationship for both of you as well. Not only are you helping your jungler get the crab and also protect them, but you're also getting protected against the entire downside
This is why his bot died. I'm not even reading my script yet.
of being pushed up
Look,
far in
there's 3 in the jungle still. She's alone. Bot left, mid's not there.
the lane, since your jungler is there as well in order to cover for you. So to give you a quick
So now he. Okay. This is my point. I stopped, by the way, at 3:13.
grab and beneficial match. But Lucian simply walks up to his jungle, kills his jungler, and enemy team gets both our blue buff and the scuttle crab. You see, for many junglers who have a losing 1v1
This is what I said. You blamed that on bot. You didn't even mention mid. Mid can ping MIA, and that would have made bot change their program. Basically, bot would have been like, oh, stuff's going on. And then they start blowing their AoEs to clear the lane. To, you know what I'm saying? Like, mid's up to something. We need to bail and be safe. Basically, what that means. Right? But they need to know that. Right? I need to know your lane is gone for me to know that there is danger. Because as is, if the jungle shows up, we may be able to kill that motherfucker so early on, right? Like by the time their lane does anything, we could probably kill their lane or the jungle or right, depending. But anyways, the point is, unless it's like Udyr or something or a Mumu who's really good, but again, he depends more on your team than anything else. But anyways, the point is, like, don't just blame the bot here. But he decided to put all the blame on the bot for some reason because he's a dumbass. So, no, I gotta admit, you are seriously showing why you are not a pro anymore. And this coaching seems more of a hustle than being real. You are just doing it for the paper, for the skrilla, for the money. Like this explains the bad advice, basically. All of the info was misguided and not accurate. The reason why Jungle died is because they are bad. All of that wisdom, quote unquote, though it may be useful, had nothing to do with what happened here, right? Everything he is talking about has nothing to do with what happened here. All that happened was Jungle and Mid showed up, and their mid didn't say anything and didn't show up. Chances are because they're both pushed. It's not because what's it called? They're playing safe or it's because the red side. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or blue side, whatever the other side is planning as well. And so what they probably planned was push mid and push bot and gank the jungle because we're a team versus a team, and it's a strategy, right? It's not a fucking plan. It's not a script. It's not a map. It's not a routine. It's a strategy. We can do that. You said to be aware of that. So you said you planned for 5. Why didn't you plan to put this in your notes? You know, for the first 5 minutes of the game. Why isn't this in your notes? Oh, it's because it's a fucking game with PvP. Ah, that makes sense. You fucking faker ass idiot. Again, nothing personal, but but yeah, that's the point. So, anyways.
one matchup, they rely on your blade, which is what you want to as well, protected against the other pathing down. Now, the early levels, here's a game of solo queue I played. Both junglers starting topside, pathing down. Now, the early levels are normal, we take push, which is what you want to do because in the early game, push is the advantage.
So, for some reason, he's here. I don't know. Like, he put himself over, probably because this is his game. Again, probably his game. Or something along those lines. I don't know. But, anyways.
Before you have an XP lead, before you have a gold lead, the lead you have is a big minion wave. Awesome. So after second wave, Varus goes to place a ward. We'll talk more about...
That's cool, by the way. They pushed. He put a ward here, so he knows. I don't know if I very much like the placement there. And the reason why is because you can't see the river. That's basically it. Like, you see it a little bit, but you don't see most of it. So I prefer to ward the river because if they come here, you have enough time to run away. You know what I'm saying? And if they come river, you have enough time to run away. But if they come river, you have no fucking idea. But again, that's stuff that you worry about later in the game. Because chances are you're not going to be ganked early on unless you're fighting against people that know what the hell they're doing. And chances are you're going to lose anyways. But unless you watch my videos, for example, which I don't cover, or I don't do, so it doesn't matter because there's no easy way. There's no I win button. There's no strategy. There's no bullshit. There's only yes they can. It depends. Everything depends. Just assume like there's this one dude named Pokrick, right? I watch him sometimes. The problem with him is he's kind of bad, to be honest with you. I will admit he's good as far as like 1v1 or game sense, or like I would say he's on the level of the Baus. Basically, like as far as just as they're aware, but as far as team and like team mentality and strategy and working as five, they can't do that, right? They're more of the 1v1 or 2v2, but when it becomes 5v5, like whoa, you know what I'm saying? That's them. So as for me, I'm like no. I play on the quarterback every fucking time, but yeah. Anyways, so that's why I would. Anyway, okay, continue.
ward timers later, but for now, just know that a 2-wave ward is generally good because the fastest gank you can get hit by.
No, what he's saying is stupid. There's no two-wave ward. He's again generalizing. Don't do that. It depends. You push, but maybe you're against someone who pushes more. You're under your turret. You can't exactly ward. I mean, it's probably a good idea to ward like because they have the little path here. You have one too, right? Though it's not. I think it's not exactly the same. I don't. It's because I just when I play, I'm like a dog. I don't know the layout because I'm more for the moment, right? I live for the moment. Like I said, I'm a competitor. I'm an athlete. I'm in there, right? But as far as but I'm a quarterback in the sense that I know there's lanes, right? I know how to use what's around me, but I don't actively have a map scenario in my head. Everything is just live radar, sonar. I'm a competitor. I'm a competitor, right? I'm an athlete. I'm in there, and I expect certain things, and then people fuck up. That's the problem, right? And that's why I can't get out of fucking elo hell because I'm expecting people to be good, but they suck and they don't know how to play the game, so it hinders my game. Anyways, but yeah, so
By is a wave 3 gank. So we get the ward down on the second wave to make sure we're safe. And here comes the very important moment. So right now, the wave is back to neutral. There are 7 minions on each side, so
The waves are back to neutral, sure, but you're still pushed.
what we want to do is re-establish
You're still way out of there.
push. So you start far up, you step backwards, and you simply hit the wave as it enters in order to re-establish push. And you might say, isn't this a simple way to get ganked when the jungler's pathing towards you?
Yes, it is.
No, because he's walking over a ward.
I laughed so hard at that point. And that's actually what I wrote down because I literally laughed the second he said that. Listen
You
again.
simply hit the wave as it enters in order to re-establish push. And you might say, isn't this a simple way to get ganked when the jungler's pathing towards you? No, because he's walking over a ward.
No, because he's walking over a ward. What if he came from a river? They wouldn't know until he's right here, and I'm on top of you at that point, right? So I laughed out loud. That's what I wrote. I laughed out loud. This example had nothing to do with what we've seen. Not related at all. Like, this type of compare and contrast, the two scenarios are completely fucking different. This is just a natural occurrence. The other one was a planned and scripted invaded by the other team. They said push mid and push bot and gank jungle. He's going to be doing the buff where a team, let's go. That's the difference. Here, so anyways, alright guys, I tried, I listened, and from what I seen, this guy is fake and a phony, and he's just trying to rob you blind, like Trump and his office, right? It's just like I'm trying to look good, I'm trying to present myself, I'm on a pro team. I'm a professional. We used to go, we win trophies, we've been to arenas, and the situation is there. Yes, it was my book club, but we still went, right? So he acts like he knows, but clearly he has no idea, and he needs to go and sweep a floor or something because he does not have the brain power to be a coach. Again, just like Trump and his office, okay? They have no idea, and yet they're trying to pretend like they have an idea when it's like anybody who is worth any amount of salt would know. Like, what are you talking about, dude? How do you think if this was planned at all? This is completely fucking different. The mid would show up, would gank if they had planned, and there'd be no ping, and mid show up, and they would both die. They would both flash, and they would both die. It doesn't matter because you're again like, oh well, it depends. So I paint this scenario that fits perfectly into this situation here. See, oh, get rid of that, redo it different, but it's basically the same thing. Ta-da! Ta-da! I can do it forever. Make up random bullshit. Like I could come up with 8 different stories that would all fit this scenario, right? Because you're a fucking idiot. You're full of shit. This is again life. This is competitor versus casual. You are casual, sir. To say you're a professional team, no, you're probably part of a team because they wanted you to do it. Like I knew this dude named Jacob, right? I could say his name because he's not part of my life anymore. But he was on the spectrum, right? But he was a good worker. And I was a manager at a store called like Family Dollar or something back in the day. And he used to work with me, and he was a good worker. The problem was that assistant manager that I had would manipulate Jacob and get him to do her job for her, and she would fuck off and just fuck around all day and then play around all day while they're working. He was fucking around, right? Or she was fucking around while he was working, and she would say, "Oh, I did the sweeping, I redid the sodas, or something," and they would give credit to her, but it was in reality it was Jacob, right? But Jacob, as good as he was not very present as far as like having the store and operations and everything in his mind. He didn't have the brain capacity for it, right? Neither did that assistant manager. By the way, she didn't have the brain capacity, but like him, they faked it until they did it, basically, right? That's what's going on. It's the same thing with Trump and his whole crew. They're faking it till they make it, right? That's what I've been saying for a long fucking time. It's just all these fakers. Like in our government, we had a bunch of fucking fakers. And the second the job came, it's like, okay, time to do your job. And they're like, oh, well, I quit. Or I bail. Oh, I gotta do something I don't want to do. Well, what if I don't? Then we're gonna take you to court. Oh, I quit. And then so they hired people that would. Like that's why America's falling. And some people like, no, I'm not gonna do it, and I'll fight you. I don't care. I'll do my job, and that's what I am. I'm one of those people that would be like, I'll take you to court, bitch. Let's go. I don't give a fuck. Problem is, like, your family's on the line at that point, right? Like at that, point, I would say I want my kids to watch. I want to be careful because Donald Trump and the rich and whatnot, they're influencing people. Like we have to understand this is some fucking scary fucking times right now. But anyways, yeah. So that's it. Be well. Be safe again. Nothing personal, dude. It's just you're teaching people a bunch of bullshit. You teach them lies. You're showing them just crap that doesn't matter. This is stupid at best. At best, it's stupid at best. Like, this isn't advice. This is how to lose. How do you lose? Follow this guy's advice. The way to get ganked early on is to watch the YouTube videos up until minions are at your tower. Yeah, good joke, bro. Good joke. Again, like, be what you want, but the second you step into the arena with the competitors, you know what I'm saying? We're sharks, dog. We don't want casuals here. I don't need a casual trying to tank on my turf and my territory. Your viewers should be my viewers, right? The problem is you're creating a field that doesn't really work, and people are showing up for this illusion that doesn't work. So you're in essence hurting America. The same for my last video. Him talking and trying to psychology and through debate and through discussion and like you're using manipulation and that's not doing anything but hurting the world because you're not valid, you're not true, you're not real, you're not authentic, you're not the real deal, you're bullshit. And that's what we're dealing with. That's what we have. That's everything. So, anyways, enough of that. I'm done with this fucking faker ass bitch. Sorry again, Coach Rogue. Sorry, bro. You're fake. You're a liar. You're scum. I tried. Like from the beginning, I watched your video. The first few moments, I was like, "Fuck you, dude. Fuck this guy." But then I was like, "Well, I did. I do say everyone gets a one. I'll give you a real chance. I'll hear you out. I'll hear you out. Even though it sounds like you're full of shit, I'll hear you out." I listened to you, and it's just nonstop bullshit. It's just nonstop crap. It's just bad advices everywhere I go. Everywhere I look, no wonder NA sucks. No wonder NA is a fucking joke, right? No wonder President Trump is the fucking president, right? No wonder the situation is as is. No wonder girls are fucking sluts. No wonder everyone's unhappy. No wonder the fucking world sucks. No wonder the fucking. Anyways, I'm sorry. I had brain surgery. I'm sorry I had a stroke, guys. I'm sorry I've been out of commission for years, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fucking fix the world and make it right. Because I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. I seriously feel bad for the youth that they have to grow up thinking these guys are the same. We had, back in my day, we had great people. My parents, unfortunately, um, I would say the problem existed before then. Um, I don't know when the problem first occurred, but I can be aware that there's a problem now. Um, so, anyways, yeah. Sorry, I've been gone for a long time, but I'm here. I'm here now, and you can follow and listen. And I may not say things you like. I may not say things you want to hear, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. And that's all it's about. So I'm truthful and I'm honest. I cut to the core because that's what matters. There's no manipulation. There's no sucking up. There's no tickling your taint. Do it where you can see it. There's no tickling your taint. I'm not trying to manipulate you like these fucking people like the last video. like my coworkers and all that shit. Like I'm real, I'm authentic. That was my warrior's name back in the day. My main account was Sinful Sorrow, basically. And I named it because he's undead, and that was like there was a story behind it. Sinful Sorrows, whatever. Most people just played to play. That's fine, but I played to play, and also I played to like not necessarily RP, but to have fun. Just whatever. If they did, cool. I'll play along. Yeah. Hey, I'm new to the city. I'm trying to find a bar. Do you know what the bar is? Oh yeah, yeah. It's by the end. You're gonna see a ghoul up front. Her name's Cindy. Just watch out for her. That's whatever. Just have fun. Because really, like, what is life? Basically, it's an illusion. Essentially, it's so ever like that's why VR is so compelling. That's why video games are so compelling because that's what life is, right? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel happy? You don't decide what like the last video I had a lot of haters showing up on my channel and talking to me and trying to call me out and say this and say that. And I kept telling most of these people, I'm like, first off, you're scum. You're watching a lying sack of shit, and you're fucking obeying him, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you don't decide what happiness is. You don't tell me what makes me happy. You don't tell me what makes a person valuable. You don't tell me what I said. You don't tell me what I meant by this or this or that. Blah blah. Like the world is fucked up. Basically, these people are fucked up. And the thing is, I am the unbroken. Basically, literally, I am unbroken. They couldn't. What's called potty training. Um, I'm basically like imagine for like a dog. Basically like potty training for like a dog, and they call it housebroken. Is he housebroken or he won't pee in the house? Right. That for me, if I was a dog, I would still pee in the house. Basically, and through school, that's what they tried to. That's what they do to you is they make it so you don't pee in the house, right? Basically, like subconsciously rather, um, but that's basically what's going on, right? And they take the intelligence from you and they just make you educated, like George Carlin said. You're smart enough to do the job, but you're also stupid enough to think you're stuck where you are, basically, and that's the truth and it's been like that for a long fucking time, right? So, anyways, I'm out. Be well, be happy, be safe. Don't listen to this fucking Coach Rogue dumbass. He's fucking just trying to get your money. It's all he wants. It's all he cares for. I'll take your money. Go ahead, send it. Instead of buying his shit, send it to me. Give me donations. I need it. I don't have a product to sell you. I just exist. I'm just doing what I do. If you want to support me, I'd appreciate that. I mean, my housemates would appreciate that. Stop eating fucking garbage. But anyways, get a new computer that fucking works. That would be the first thing is get a new computer that fucking works. So I can make more videos. I can actually play games and enjoy them. The fucking lag and bullshit holding me back. My fucking mouse breaking or whatever. But yeah. Anyways, I'm out here, so be well, be happy, be safe. Be honest. God bless, Godspeed. Praise Allah, praise Yevon, Final Fantasy X God. Don't step on poop. Yeah, peace. Don't step on poop. Don't take it as if I said to step on poop. I said don't step on poop. You know. There's peace.